Chapter 1. The Successful Woman. My name is Rose, and I am 56 years old. I am divorced, and I have a lot of money because I worked very hard. I own my own business, and I am a very successful woman. I drive a black BMW car and wear high shoes to show my success. Many people look at me, some like me, but others judge me. They think they know my life, but they do not really know me at all. One day, I was at a cafe on a big university campus. The place was busy with many young students buying food. I saw a young man who looked about 24 years old standing near the counter. He was tall and handsome, but he looked very worried as he looked at the menu. He held a small wallet and looked at the prices of the food. He seemed nervous, and his clothes were simple and a bit old. I could see that he was hungry, but he did not have enough money to buy a meal. He looked at a sandwich and then at his wallet and breathed a sad sigh. I do not usually help people I do not know, but I felt I had to help him. I walked to him and asked, "Are you looking for something to eat?" He looked surprised and told me yes in a very soft voice. I told him, "Please let me buy your lunch today." He said I did not have to do that, but I told him it was just a small kindness. He smiled and said thank you, and I bought him a sandwich and a drink. His name was Leo, and he was a student at the university. That small lunch was the beginning of our new story together. Chapter 2. A New Friendship. After that lunch, I started to learn more about Leo's life. He was a dreamer with big goals, but he had very little money. He worked at a coffee shop, but he still had many bills to pay. I even saw that his shoes had holes in them, which made me feel very sad for him. We started to meet more often for coffee or to walk in the park. He was very different from the business people I usually met. He was young and honest, and he made me laugh with his funny stories. When I was with him, I felt very light and happy. He looked tired from school, but his eyes became bright when we talked. We talked for a long time about his family and his hopes for the future. I felt a comfort with him that was very new to me. I was 56 and he was 24, but the age difference did not feel important. One evening, we were at a small cafe, and the world was very quiet. Leo looked at me and said, "Rose, you make me feel like I can breathe again." My heart started to beat very fast when he said those words. He moved closer to me and gave me a very gentle kiss. In that moment, I forgot about my age and what other people would think. I had many rules for my life, but I broke my most important rule for him. I knew then that my life was changing because of this young man. Chapter 3. A Big Gift. Leo never asked me for money, but I could see that he was very stressed. He worked very hard, but he was always worried about his bills. One evening I told him, "Leo, I want to help you with some money." I told him it was just a gift from a friend to help him feel better. He was very surprised and said he could not take my money. But I told him it was not a big deal for me and I really wanted to help. He started to cry and covered his face because he was so thankful. I held him close, and he felt very safe and warm in our hug. That moment made our bond much stronger because of the trust between us. But soon, people in the town started to talk about us. They saw an older woman with a young man and began to whisper mean things. They called me names, and people thought I was just buying his love. I tried to act like I did not care, but the gossip hurt my heart very much. Chapter 4. The Secret Dinner. My son, Justin, came home for the holidays, and I was very happy to see him. He told me he was bringing a friend home for dinner, and I said that was fine. I cooked a very special meal and wanted everything to be perfect. When the doorbell rang, I opened it and saw my son standing there. But the friend next to him was Leo, and my heart almost stopped. Leo looked very white, like he had seen a ghost, and he looked away from me. My son did not know anything and said, "Mom, this is Leo, my classmate." I tried to smile, but it felt very fake because I was so shocked. We sat down to eat, but I could not even taste my food. Leo and Justin talked about school, but Leo did not look at me. After dinner, my son went to his room to study, and I was alone with Leo. I told Leo in a quiet voice, "This must end, it is too risky." But Leo did not say anything, he just took my face in his hands. He kissed me very hard, and I could feel how much he needed me. My heart did not listen to my mind, and I could not let him go yet. Chapter 5. A Simple Wedding. Leo asked me to marry him, and at first, I thought he was joking. But his face was very serious, and he told me he loved me for who I was, not my money. I had many questions in my mind, but I wanted to believe him. My friends and family thought I was crazy because he was so much younger. But Leo made me feel young and happy, so I said yes. We decided to have a very small and quiet wedding in Italy. It was a beautiful day with the sun shining on us. Leo held my hand and promised to love me forever. After the wedding, everything felt good for a short time. But then, Leo started acting very strange with his phone. He would go into another room to talk and delete all his messages. I started to feel a cold doubt growing inside my heart. One day, I saw him talking to a young, pretty woman near a car. My stomach dropped because I did not know who she was. Chapter 6. The Other Girl. I saw Leo again near the school, and he was with the same young woman. She was about his age and she had a very loud, happy laugh. I felt a very cold feeling inside me as I watched them from my car. Later, I asked him who she was, and he told me she was just a friend from college. I did not believe him because his smile did not look real. The next day, I followed them to a park and watched them sit on a bench. The girl touched his face very softly, and he did not pull away. My heart broke into many pieces, and I felt very alone. That night, the house was dark and we sat in the living room in silence. I knew what I saw, and the air was very thick with sadness. Chapter 7. The Sad Truth. The next morning, I asked Leo to tell me the whole truth. He sat down and told me the woman was his ex-girlfriend Mia. He said she was threatening him and asking for a lot of money. She said she would tell everyone he only married me for my money. She wanted to ruin our marriage and his name at the university. Leo was crying and gave me his phone and all his passwords. He said, "Please look at everything, but please do not leave me." I saw the truth in his eyes and realized he was being blackmailed. I held him close and we both cried for a long time. I decided right then that I would find a way to fix this problem and protect him. Chapter 8: A Fresh Start. I contacted the ex-girlfriend and gave her money so she would leave us alone. I did not do it because I was weak, but because I wanted peace. She took the money and went away, and our lives became quiet again. Leo worked very hard and finished his studies without asking for my help. He found a good job on his own, and I was very proud of him. We decided to move to a small house by the beach to start a new life. Life became very simple and beautiful in our new home. We plant flowers and enjoy the sound of the ocean every day. We often laugh about our age difference because it does not matter anymore. Leo says I saved him, but I think he was the one who saved me from being lonely. Our love is real, and that is the only thing that matters to me now.